So let us take a problem based on Raoult's law. So the first problem, heptane and octane forms an ideal solution at a 373 Kelvin. The vapor pressure of the two liquid components are 105.2 kilopascal and 46.8 kilopascal respectively. What will be the vapor pressure of a mixture of 26 gram of heptane and 35 gram of octane? See, whenever numerical problems are given, so first thing is you have to read that question properly 2 times, then write down the given things, what are the given things and what you have to calculate. Okay. So in this problem they have given heptane and octane forms an ideal solution, means two liquids are mixed, that is heptane and octane are mixed to get an ideal solution ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. And it is at about 373 Kelvin. The vapor pressure of the two liquid components are 105.2 kilopascal and 46.8 kilopascal respectively. Means vapor pressure of heptane is 105.2 kilopascal and that of octane is 46.8 kilopascal respectively. Okay. Then what is asked? What will be the vapor pressure of the mixture? When you mix it, what is the vapor pressure? But what is the quantity they have mentioned here? A mixture of 26 gram of heptane and 35 gram of octane. Okay. So first thing is, let us write down what are the given thing here. So they have given a vapor pressure of the two liquid components are 105.2 kilopascal and 46.8. So respectively, means heptane, vapor pressure of heptane, that is a P naught of heptane equal to 105.2 kilopascal. Okay. Then that of octane, P naught of octane equal to 46.8 kilopascal. Okay. Then what they have mentioned, what we have to calculate, what will be the vapor pressure, or means we have to find out the P total. P total equal to how much? So for Raoult's law we are having the formula P total, we can calculate by using a mole fraction. Further they have mentioned here, so the solution is of a mixture of 26 gram of heptane and 35 gram of octane. Andre 26 gram of heptane ಮತ್ತು 35 gram of octane ಅನ್ನು ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So that gives you the ideal solution, means mass of, so they have given mass of heptane equal to 26 gram and mass of octane equal to 35 gram. Okay. So mass is given, you can calculate the molar mass, formula of heptane and octane ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. It is alkane, hept means 7 carbon and oct means 8. So we can calculate the molar mass. Once you know the molar mass and mass is given, mass divided by molar mass gives you the number of moles. From that we can calculate the mole fraction. Okay. So what is the formula we are going to use here? So here a mass of molar mass of heptane, that is a C7H16 and octane, that is a 114. So we are using the formula here, P total equal to P naught of, either you can take octane or heptane. Okay, P naught of heptane plus P naught of octane minus P naught of heptane. Heptane, octane, heptane, next is a octane, molar mass of a mole fraction of a octane. This is the formula. So for this we know this ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮಗೆ heptane, octane ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದು what? Mole fraction. How to get the mole fraction? Okay. So mole fraction equal to number of moles divided by total number of moles. So mole fraction number, mole fraction of octane equal to number of moles of octane divided by total number of moles, that is number of moles of octane plus number of moles of heptane. ನಮಗೆ octane ಬೇಕು. So ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕು, so now you have to go for the number of moles. So how to get number of moles? Number of moles equal to mass divided by molar mass. This is the formula, mass divided by molar mass. So therefore number of moles of octane, number of moles of octane equal to mass ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು, octane 35 gram, so they are given it is a 35 divided by molar mass of octane is a 114. Okay. So find out that number of moles of octane, mass divided by molar mass, this will give you about a 0.31. Similarly, number of moles of heptane equal to mass of heptane is a 26 divided by molar mass 100, that is 0.26. Once you know the number of moles, you can go for the mole fraction. So therefore ನಮಗೆ ಎತ್ತರದ್ದು ಬೇಕು mole fraction, we want the mole fraction of octane. So mole fraction of octane equal to, mole fraction of octane equal to number of moles of octane, that is a 0.31 divided by total number of moles 0.31 plus 0.26. So this equal to 0.31 divided by 0.757. So this equal to 0.31 divided by 0.57. 0.31 divided by 0.57, that's equal to 0.54. 0.54. Now you got the mole fraction. Okay, so that you can substitute in this formula. So therefore P total equal to P naught of heptane. P naught of heptane ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ 105.2 plus P naught of octane, that is a 46.8 minus 105.2 into mole fraction of octane, that is you have calculated 0.54. So if you calculate this is 105.2 plus this is minus 58.4 into 0.54 is equal to 105.2 minus 31.76. So you are going to get that answer is becomes of 73.44. See, you have to write with unit. Here they have given the units are kilopascal. So this also kilopascal. With unit you have to write. If you have not written the unit, you are losing 1 mark. Okay. So the formula is P total equal to, first you have to write down what are the given things and what is asked. Then you must know which formula you have to apply. So in this they have given these, you have to calculate this. How to calculate the mole fraction? Mole fraction can be calculated by knowing the number of moles. So mole fraction of octane equal to number of moles of octane divided by total number of moles, that is octane plus heptane. So number of moles is nothing but the formula is what? Mass divided by molar mass. They have given the mass of octane is a 35. So 35 gram divided by 114, so that is 0.31 aಗುತ್ತೆ. Similarly, number of moles of heptane, mass is given 26 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, 26 divided by molar mass, so 0.26. Once you know these two, then you can calculate a mole fraction. So you got a 0.54, that you have substituted in the formula. So P total equal to this formula I have to write once again and substitute. So this is about the how to apply the Raoult's law to solve the problem. So let us take next problem, which is also based on the same concept. The vapor pressure of pure liquids A and B are 450 and 700 mm mercury respectively at 350 Kelvin. Find out the composition of the liquid mixture if total vapor pressure is a 600 mm mercury. Also find the composition of vapor phase. See, first thing, once again you have to read the question properly and try to understand what are the given things and what you have to find out. So they have given the vapor pressure of pure liquid A and B, means they have given here P naught. P naught of A is a 450 mm mercury. Okay. Then P naught of B also they have given. Vapor pressure of pure liquids A and B ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So pure liquid is a P naught ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So therefore P naught of B equal to 700 mm mercury. So ಎರಡರದು vapor pressure ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ pure condition, and it is at about 350 Kelvin. Find out the composition of the liquid mixture, means what is the composition of liquid mixture, that is the mole fraction you have to find out. So we have to find out what is that. You have to find out what is XA and XB. Find out the composition of liquid mixture if total vapor pressure is given. Total vapor pressure is 600 mm mercury. So P total ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, P total equal to 600 mm mercury. Okay, and also find the composition of vapor phase. Vapor phase ದಲ್ಲಿದು composition ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಬೇಕು. So X is a vapor pressure, a mole fraction in the liquid, in the solution. Just recall the theory what we have discussed. Okay, so ಅಲ್ಲಿ X ಇದು mole fraction inside the liquid. Vapor phase ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಂತಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ YA and YB. That also you have to find out, that is in the vapor phase. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಎರಡು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So direct formula ಇದೆ. So P total equal to P naught of A plus into bracket P naught of B minus P naught of A into mole fraction of B. ಆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, XA ಅಥವಾ XB ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Once you know that, so then you can go for the second one and 1 minus, because sum of the mole fraction is always equal to 1. Okay, so let us take the formula first. Once again write the formula here. So writing the formula, P total equal to P naught of A plus P naught of B minus P naught of A into AB. Okay, so now substitute. I am going to substitute here. So P total ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 600 equal to P naught of A is a 450 plus P naught of B 700 minus P naught of A 450 to mole fraction of B. Okay, so this you have to take care. ಇದು plus sign ಇದೆ. So normally student will commit the mistake ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೂಡಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಿ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ ಆದರೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಇದನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಸೊ ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ನೋ ದ ಥರೋ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ 600 ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 450 ಪ್ಲಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ 450 ಈ ಕಡೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ 600 minus 450 equal to 700 minus 450, that is our 250 xb. 600 minus 450 is a 150. 150 divided by 250 equal to xb. So therefore mole fraction of a component B equal to ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ತದೆ, so is 0 cancel ಆಯಿತು. 15 divided by 25, that's becomes so 0.6. Once you know the mole fraction of B, mole fraction of A is what? Sum of the mole fraction is always equal to 1. So we know XA plus XB equal to 1. So therefore mole fraction of a B, XA equal to 1 minus 0.6. So that's equal to 0.4. So what we got is these two. E problem is solved. Next what? YA and YB. YA YB ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ? So that is nothing but the vapor phase. So composition of a vapor phase. So we know the formula in Raoult's law dalli ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. YA equal to P of A divided by P total. Okay. But we know in Raoult's law P of A can be replaced as a P naught of A. P naught of A into XA. So this equal to, I will write it as a P naught of A into XA divided by P total. So again if you substitute the values here, P naught of A ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನಮಗೆ 450 into XA is 0.4 divided by P total ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 600. So if you simplify this, you are going to get answer is a 0.3. YA equal to 0.3. So 1 minus YA gives you YB. So therefore YB equal to 1 minus 0.3, that's equal to 0.7. So this is not having in it mole fractions. Okay. So this is about how to apply here. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಎರಡು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ mole fraction. It is a composition in the liquid phase and a vapor phase ಎರಡು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So first ನಾವು liquid phase ದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡಿಡಿದೆ, vapor phase ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನು. So this is how to apply the Raoult's law to solve the problem. Yes, now let us go for the second part of this chapter. In this we are going to discuss about the colligative properties. We know all the compounds are having some different properties. So for example, liquid is having boiling temperature or density, viscosity, surface tension. So these are some of the properties. Similarly here we are going to discuss here colligative properties. So what do you mean by colligative properties? Colligative properties are the properties of solution which depends on the number of solute particles present in the solution. So very important is here number of particles or number of solute particles present in the solution. So it depends on that. If the number of particles or number of solute particles changes, property also changes. So whether, and one more thing is here, it is irrespective of the nature of the solute particle, whether the solute is a polar or non-polar, it is immaterial. Whether is it a solid or liquid or gas, it is immaterial. But it depends upon the number of solute particles. Okay. So colligative property is nothing but a property of the solution. It is a property of solution. And one more thing is it is applicable for a dilute solution. Now colligative property ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಏನರ್ಥ, ಅದು ಡೈಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಗೆ, ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟೆಡ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಗೆ colligative property ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. So it is a dilute solution. It is applicable for dilute solution. Okay. Then here we are going to mention the mass of the solute in grams, not in kg. SI ಯೂನಿಟ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ kg ದಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಥವಾ kg ದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದಲ್ಲ. So here it is dilute solution ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನರ್ಥ, concentration is very less. ಅದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆ, ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಆ್ಯಡಿಂಗ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್. ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ, ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇನ್ನು ಕೆ ಜಿ ಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಮಿಲಿಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್. and the one more thing here we have mentioned is number of solute particles. Number of solute particles is a nothing but we can say it depends upon the number of moles, or number of solute particles can be converted into number of moles. Means so colligative property depends, or it is applicable for a dilute solution. Then in this case we are using the mass of solute is in grams. SI ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕೆ ಜಿದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯೋದಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೋಲ್ಸ್. ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೋಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಒನ್ ವೇ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅನದರ್ ವೇ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸಿಂಗ್ ದ colligative properties are, colligative properties are the properties of the solution which depends upon the number of moles ಅಂತಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ರೀತಿನೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೋಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ solute particles present in the solution ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ colligative properties ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದು ಹಾಗಾದರೆ? ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಮೇನ್ಲಿ 4 colligative properties. Okay, so 4 colligative properties are, first one is a relative lowering of vapor pressure. So relative lowering of vapor pressure is one of the colligative property. Then second one is a elevation of boiling point. See, not boiling point colligative property ಅಲ್ಲ, elevation of a boiling point. Similarly here, lowering of a vapor pressure alla, relative lowering of vapor pressure means you have to relate it. Lowering of vapor pressure, relative lowering of vapor pressure, elevation of a boiling point. Then depression of freezing point, not freezing point, it is a depression, kadime agodu, depression of a freezing point. Then one more colligative property is a osmotic pressure. So these are the 4 colligative properties. ಯಾವ್ಯಾವುದು? ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಲೋರಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್, ಎಲಿವೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಾಯ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ಡಿಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಸ್ಮಾಟಿಕ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಇನ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್. ಇದರದ್ದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಏನಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ? ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಇದು ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಒನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಅ ಡಿರಿವೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. What do you mean by relative lowering of vapor pressure? That's an expression in ಬರ್ತದೆ in terms of a number of moles. Okay, so that we have to take next. Yes, now let us take a first colligative property, relative lowering of a vapor pressure. So relative lowering of a vapor pressure, short form is a RLVP. We know vapor pressure of a pure solvent is more than that of the solution. ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ನಾವು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ದು ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಇವಾಪರೇಷನ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ವೆರಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ವೇಪರೈಸೇಷನ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿ, ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ದಿಸ್. ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ and its vapor pressure, here we are getting some vapors on this above the solution, so that we are going to call it as a P01. Here it is more, whereas here it is a solution. Solution ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬಂತು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ? ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಬಂತು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದರ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್. ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಅದೇ ಇದೆ, ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಹಾಕಿದೆ ನಾವು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗ ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಮುಂಚೆ ಎಷ್ಟಿತ್ತು ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ P0 ಇದ್ದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ P1 ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದೆರ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಯಿತು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಲೋವರಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೋವರಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಇದೇನಾಯಿತು, ಈಗ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಲೋವರಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರಿಲೇಟ್ ಇಟ್, ಇದನ್ನು ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ರಿಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಲೋವರಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So now let us consider the expression for this, how to get the expression for this. Okay. Suppose if a P01 is a vapor pressure of pure solvent, just I have shown the diagram, then P1 is the vapor pressure of the solution. So ಏನಗಿದೆ, here we have taken, this is a pure solvent and this is a solution. So P01 is a vapor pressure of pure solvent, P1 is a vapor pressure of a solution. Okay, and x1 is a mole fraction of solvent. See here, it is a mole fraction of solvent. Now we know the mole fraction ide, vapor pressure ide, so therefore we can apply the Raoult's law. ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ Raoult's law? So then according to Raoult's law, P1 equal to P01 x1. So according to Raoult's law, P1 equal to P01 x1. So ಏನಾಯಿತು, vapor pressure ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಯಿತು. The reduction in vapor pressure of the solvent when non-volatile solute is added. When you add a non-volatile solute, add ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಯಿತು, vapor pressure ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಯಿತು. So that how much it is decreased, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಯಿತು, that we are going to mention as a delta. Delta P1 equal to P01 ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್, ಅದು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಇತ್ತು ಮುಂಚೆ. P01 is a more, P01 is more, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವೇಪರ್ಸ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಇದೆ, ಇದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ P01 minus a P1. Okay, so this is a lowering of vapor pressure ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಯಿತು. Now this equal to I'll write now, this equal to what, P01 minus, what is P1? P1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಇದನ್ನು ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ ನಾನು? Just from the Raoult's law we have mentioned P1 equal to P01 x1. So that I will write now. That is nothing but P01 x1. This equal to P01 ಎರಡು ಕಾಮನ್ ಇದೆ. I will write it is P01 is common, taken outside. Then what is left now? 1 minus x1 ಆಯ್ತು. Okay, this equal to 1 minus x1. What is 1 minus x1? 1 minus x1 is a x2 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, because it is a binary solution ದಲ್ಲಿ it is nothing but I can write it as a x2. Why? Because x1 plus x2 equal to 1. That is the condition. Okay. So therefore we got delta P1, that is lowering of vapor pressure, equal to P1, delta P1 equal to P01 x2, or I can write this as a delta P1 divided by P01 equal to delta P1 divided by P01 equal to ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, x2 ಆಯಿತು. Okay, delta P1 divided by P01 equal to x2. Just I have transferred this to the denominator. Okay, now this part, what is delta P1? Delta P1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಇದಾಗುತ್ತಾ? So I will write that is once again, or P01 minus P1 divided by this denominator as it is, P01 equal to x2. x2 ಅನ್ನು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಥರದಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಬರಿಬೋದು, ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಬರಿಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ I will write here. So what is x2 means? Mole fraction. Mole fraction is nothing but a number of moles divided by total number of moles. So this expression, this we are using for a further derivation also. So now here you got the ratio of, what is this, a lowering of vapor pressure anta iruthe, P01 minus P1 divided by vapor pressure of pure solvent. This ratio is called as a relative lowering of vapor pressure. So define relative lowering of vapor pressure ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬರೀಬೇಕು ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ, it is the ratio of, ratio ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1 divided by another ಇದೆ, ratio of lowering of vapor pressure, ಇದು ಏನು ಇದೆ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, that is lowering of vapor pressure divided, lowering of vapor pressure to the vapor pressure of a pure solvent, not ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ vapor pressure of pure solvent. So this equal to mole fraction of a solute. So where x2 equal to, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿಬಹುದು ನಾವು, where x2 is known as a mole fraction of solute, where x2 is a mole fraction of solute. Okay, yes. Now I'll take these two equations, P01 minus P1 divided by P01 equal to N2 divided by N1 plus N2, adantu tagotತೀನಿ. So this is a relative lowering of vapor pressure equal to, in terms of a number of moles. What is N2? 2 for a solute, 1 for solvent. N2. N1 is a number of moles of solvent. N2 is a number of moles of a solute. So N2 divided by N1 plus N2. Why N2 ಯಾಕೆ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ ನಾನು? Because N2 is nothing but a mole fraction of a solute. 2 ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ 2 ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ. So that I have taken here. So next, so this is already I told colligative property is applicable for a dilute solution. So for dilute solution ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Number of solute particles is very less. So therefore you can take a dilute solution ಗೆ N2, it is solute. N2 is a very less compared to N1. Solvent compare ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ number of moles of solute is a very less. Therefore we can replace this denominator. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ denominator ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಬರೀಬಹುದು ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ? So I will write that denominator, that is nothing but for this reason we can write N1 plus N2 is almost equal to N1 ಅಂತ ತಗೋಬಹುದು. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ 100 grams ಆಫ್ ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. ಅವಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? N1 plus N2 is 101 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 101 is ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 100 ಅಂತ ತಗೋಬಹುದು ನಾವು ಜಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವೇ ಅದು ಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು. ಇಯರ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೋಲ್ಸ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೋತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ವಿತ್ ಮೋಲ್ಸ್, ದ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೋಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, because it is for a dilute solution. For dilute solution ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು? ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಭಾಳ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೆನ್ I am going to replace this N1 plus N2 equal to N1 now. So therefore I will write the above equation as P01 minus P1 divided by P0 of 1 equal to N2 divided by N1. N2 divided by N1. What is the N2 and N1? Number of moles of solute, number of moles of solvent. So that's equal to, what is number of moles formula? Mass divided by molar mass. So therefore I will write here mass divided by N2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬರೀಬೇಕು ನಾನೀಗ? mass W2 divided by molar mass whole divided by N1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬರೀಬೇಕು? mass of solvent divided by molar mass of solvent, where W2 is the mass of solute. See in this theory, so most of the case we are having 2 stands for a solute, 1 stands for a solvent. ಅಥವಾ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ದಲ್ಲಿ A ಮತ್ತು B ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ 2 for solute, 1 for solvent. W2 is a mass of solute, W1 is a mass of solvent. Then M1, so M2 ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. M2 is what? Molar mass. Molar mass of 2 means solute. Then M1 molar mass of solvent. So therefore we can rewrite the expression as, ಇದನ್ನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರಿಬಹುದು? That is nothing but a P01 minus P1 divided by P0 of 1. That is a relative lowering of vapor pressure equal to, ಇದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? W2 ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆನೇ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, this M2 comes in the denominator, this M1 goes to the numerator, W1 remains as it is. So this is the expression for relative lowering of a vapor pressure. Relative lowering of vapor pressure equal to, that is this is nothing but relative lowering of vapor pressure. Calculate the relative lowering of vapor pressure ಅಂತ ಇದನ್ನು, ಇದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ನಮಗೆ? ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ W ಅಂದರೆ ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್, ಇದು ಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ ಮೋಲ್. ಸಿ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು, ವೇಟ್ ಇದು ಮಾಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಇದು ಮೋಲಾರ್ ಮಾಸ್, ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ಮೋಲಾರ್ ಮಾಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಮಾಸ್ ಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ ಮೋಲ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, M1 ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ M2 ಯಾವುದು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟು ಯಾವುದು ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ lowering of vapor pressure.